Chargers fans, you're not ready for this. We've got bombshell after bombshell today. A new player is coming in. There's talk of a massive signing on the horizon. And the draft outlook could completely reshape the future of the Bolts. Oh, and there's a pro bowler in the mix who could solve one of the team's biggest problems. But hold that thought. And if you think you've seen it all, wait until you hear about the Chargers draft plan. It's all coming together with surgical precision, so hit that like button because today's news is absolutely unmissable. The Chargers are cooking up a bold strategy for the upcoming draft, and it's all centered around Colston Loveland, or rather the very real possibility that he won't be available at the 22nd pick. That's where the surprise move comes. The Chargers have signed Tyler Conklin, former New York Jets tight end, to a one-year deal. But hold on, that's just the beginning. Loveland is the Chargers' dream pick at tight end for the first round. Fans have already been picturing him in that powder blue jersey making plays at SoFi Stadium. The problem? He's one of the top prospects in the draft, and there's a good chance he'll be gone by the time the Chargers are on the clock at 22. So, what's the backup plan? The answer came fast. Conklin steps in as a strategic safety net, giving the Chargers a solid option at tight end without weakening the offense. Now, let's be real. Conklin isn't Loveland. Loveland is that rare blend of size, athleticism, blocking ability, and clutch hands that every team dreams of. But Conklin is a smart, functional addition. He's reliable in short and intermediate routes and can give Justin Herbert a solid target, especially on third downs. The key here is that signing Conklin signals the Chargers are preparing for a scenario where Loveland is off the board. It's a smart play because it keeps them from scrambling on draft night if Loveland is already gone. Plus, Conklin's deal is cheap, so the Chargers still have cap flexibility for other moves. But does this mean the Chargers are giving up on Loveland? Not necessarily. If Loveland somehow falls to the 22nd pick, the Chargers could still draft him and create a dangerous tight end duo. But if he's gone, they've already got a backup plan in place. Now here's the question. Do you think Conklin is a legit solution or just a stopgap? Because honestly, this feels like some serious chess level thinking. If Loveland isn't available at 22, the Chargers have another plan in mind, and it involves some seriously strategic draft moves that could reshape the future of the franchise. We're talking about a potential full-scale draft pivot with Shemar Stewart, the edge from Texas A&M, as the centerpiece of a revamped defense. And trust me, this guy's a wrecking machine. Stewart was one of the biggest standouts at the NFL Combine, turning heads with his raw strength, quickness, and football IQ. The Chargers desperately need to boost their pass rush after Joey Bosa's departure, and Stewart is exactly the type of player who can step in and make an immediate impact. He's big, explosive, and powerful, the kind of player who can wreak havoc in the backfield from day one. And the scary part? Stewart still has room to grow. He dominated in college with his physical tools, but with NFL-level coaching, could evolve into a top-tier edge rusher. Just imagine Stewart lining up next to Khalil Mack. Man, that's nightmare fuel for opposing quarterbacks. But the Chargers draft plan doesn't stop there. If Stewart is the pick in the first round, the next piece of the puzzle could be Trevayon Henderson, the running back from Ohio State, at pick 55. Henderson would be the perfect complement to Najee Harris, who just joined the Chargers. Harris is a power back, perfect for short yardage and goal line situations. Henderson brings a different vibe. He's fast, elusive, and dangerous in open space. That combo will give the Chargers a backfield setup similar to what the Detroit Lions had last season. A power back to wear down a defense and a quick dynamic back for big plays. Henderson is also a solid pass blocker, which means more protection for Herbert. That's a win-win. And there's more. In the third round, the Chargers could snag Tate Ratledge, a versatile guard center from Georgia. Ratledge is the kind of player you need on a championship caliber team. Reliable, fundamentally sound, and able to play multiple spots on the offensive line. He might not need to start right away, but he could develop into the team's starting center by 2025, or at the very least provide critical depth on the interior line. Bottom line, if Loveland doesn't fall to the Chargers, the alternative plan is to build a young core with Stewart anchoring the defense, Henderson as the future of the ground game, and Ratledge solidifying the offensive line. That's high-level roster building. And if it works out, the Chargers could be setting themselves up to compete at the top of the AFC for years to come. But hold on, because the Chargers might not be done making moves just yet. Word is swirling that they're making a serious push for Amari Cooper. That's right, the 5-time Pro Bowler who once signed a $100 million contract with the Cowboys could be heading to Los Angeles. And if that happens, man, this offense is about to go nuclear. Let's face it, the Chargers receiver room is shaky right now. Ladd McConkey had a solid rookie season, but the rest of the group, problematic. Joshua Palmer is off to Buffalo. Mike Williams is back, but his health remains a huge question mark. And Herbert needs reliable targets if this offense is going to take the next step. That's where Cooper comes in. Even at 30, he's still got elite level ability. He put up over 250 yards in 2023, and that was with Joe Flacco throwing him the ball. That tells you everything you need to know about Cooper's talent. He's a complete receiver, precise route runner, dependable hands, and clutch in big moments. And there's more. Christian D'Andrea from For the Win pointed out that Cooper does the dirty work. He blocks, creates separation, and stretches the field. He might not be in his physical prime anymore, but his football IQ and big play instincts are still top tier. The real question is the price. Cooper's value dropped after an inconsistent 2024 season split between the Browns and Bills. That puts the Chargers in a strong negotiating position. They could land one of the best receivers in the league on a short-term, incentive-based deal. That would be a steal. If Cooper signs with the Chargers, that gives them a dangerous trio of McConkey, Cooper, and Williams. Youth, experience, and versatility. That's the kind of receiver room that can elevate Herbert's game to an MVP level. And with Kellen Moore calling the plays, this offense could easily be top 5 in the league, but this isn't a slam dunk. If the Chargers commit big money to Cooper, they're tying up a good chunk of their cap space in a 30-year-old receiver. Is it worth the risk? That's the big decision the front office has to make. What a time to be a Chargers fan, right? The draft plan is coming into focus. With or without Colston Loveland, the Chargers have a solid blueprint to strengthen both sides of the ball. Stewart could be the answer on defense, Henderson and Harris could form an elite backfield, and Ratledge could shore up the O-line for years to come. And if Cooper comes to LA, this offense could go to a whole new level. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these moves do you think will have the biggest impact next season? Stewart on defense or Cooper on offense? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any Chargers news. The season is coming, and I have a feeling the Bolts are about to silence a lot of doubters.